Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Sadler, and welcome back. Not welcome back, but I don't know why I said that, but welcome to the first, I would say, we'll just name them classes, since this is the Just the Basics AP course. Welcome to the first class of Just the Basics, the AP level course. Yeah, you're taking the AP course. This is where we talk about life's funnier stories that didn't get to be on the podcast episodes. But yeah, welcome to the first class of Just the Basics AP course. And I know those kids that are out there listening to this and that are teenagers are like, why'd you have to name it a class and why'd you have to name it an AP course when some of you guys are already taking AP courses? But I just thought it fit the theme of this whole podcast. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, if you really do hate it and you want it to be changed, give me some suggestions, I guess. But for the time being, we're going to call it the AP course. It sounds pretty cool. So, but welcome to the Just the Basics AP course section of the podcast. This is where we talk about life's funnier stories that didn't get to make it on the podcast episode. So these episodes are going to be around maybe 15 to 20 minutes long, not as long as the podcast. These episodes are also going to be uploaded on YouTube and on Instagram and all those other really cool things, so they'll be on there. But yeah, you guys, so these are just some extra funny stories that we've got planned for you guys here on the Just the Basics podcast. And today, sorry, I'm trying to get this paper down so I can share with you guys the story that I have. But if you bear with me for 5 seconds, here we go. But you guys, today we have a really funny story for you guys. So I'm sure that most of you guys that are out there listening to this podcast, you might be in high school. Some of you might be in middle school, and some of you might be in elementary school. Some of you guys might actually be adults. But regardless of your age, gender, ethnicity, race, whatever it is, you're welcomed on this podcast. So that's the greatest part of this all. But yes, you guys. So today we have a really funny story. I'm sure that all of us have at one point had something that was unexpected in our life. We all probably had something that happened in our lifetime before, and we didn't expect for it to happen. And that's what this episode is named. Expecting the unexpected, but then expecting it again, not again. So this episode is all about expecting something, but that expectation went beyond what you expected, and then it kind of blew your mind. In a good way or a bad way, or in a whatever way you want to call it. But anyway, in this case, this happened to me when I was in 9th grade. And it wasn't anything terrible. I mean, not to me it wasn't terrible. At least my paper was terrible. But in 9th grade, I was, of course we all take English classes and math classes and our science classes and whatnot. But in 9th grade, I was in English class, and we were reading this book. I can't remember the name of the book. It was either Fahrenheit 450, 451, or it was another book. But it was one of those really classic books like Fahrenheit 451. But we were reading this book, and if any of you guys are bookworms, you're gonna know this quote by heart. But I can't remember what quote this book is from, but I definitely read it. But this is what the quote says, and we did a little English project on one of these books. And it's a famous quote, and we had to analyze the quote and take it in a personal way where we had to figure out how it related to us. So this is the quote for those bookworms out there and for everybody. If you don't want a house built, hide the nails and wood. If you don't want a man unhappy politically, don't give him two sides to a question to worry him. Give him one. Better yet, give him none. And if you guys want to, it's the funniest thing about what I'm reading right now is that this paper is extremely old. It was about 3 years ago when I was given this paper, and we read this book. And the thing is this book the setting of the book was in a dystopian society, right? So it was in a society. For those that don't know what dystopia means, it means that it's like it's a terrible society. It's not good. It's corrupt or whatnot. And in this book, we had to take this quote that I just read to you guys, and we had to apply it to us like on a personal level. So it says, if you don't want a house built, hide the nails in wood. If you don't want a man unhappy politically, don't give him two sides to the question to worry him. Give him one. Better yet, give him none. So I can't exactly remember what I said about this quote. I think it was like, if you don't want a house built, hide the nails in wood. So it was like, I think this kind of means like, if you don't want problems, don't make problems. I guess I'm not really too sure. Anyway, so when we had figured out the quote and everything, and what it really meant, which for some weird reason we spent about like 2 weeks on, because apparently it's a very famous quote in the book. And our teacher said we're gonna have a little event going on, right? Like when we finish figuring out what the quote means, we're gonna have like we're gonna do like a little event with the other English class in 9th grade, because there was 2 English classes in 9th grade, because it was like because at my school like there's teams, so like one grade level is like split up into 2 teams, and then so basically she was like, we're gonna have a little event with the other English class. And so the day that the event happened, she gave us this little piece of paper. And for those that want to know how it looks like, you can go on our Instagram, Twitter. And I'm also gonna post this on YouTube. But you can go on there and you can get it, and you can see a picture of how the paper looks. But anyway, so it's a piece of paper, like regular printer paper, and it has the quote on there. If you don't want a house built, hide the nails in wood. And then under the quote, it has my school picture with my eyes and mouth crossed out, like I'm some like redacted file. And so when she gave this to me, I was like, am I missing something? I was like, what? Like, I just didn't really get it. So the whole point, I guess, of the teacher crossing out the eyes and mouth was to kind of give you that like dystopian society feel. So anyway, fast forward to the middle of class. I have this paper in my hand. She's like, okay, we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna go outside and we're gonna sit outside with the other English class and we're gonna put on a little event. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there with my friends and I'm like, dude, like this is like she just gave me a piece of paper with the quote on it, and it has and it's almost like my face is like a redacted file. And I was like, what the heck? Like it was so weird, And so I'm sitting there, and so I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for something to happen, because I'm like there's no like logical reason for somebody to give me this type of piece of paper, and then like we're just gonna sit here and analyze the thing and look at it and like make an essay off of it. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So we're sitting downstairs with the other English class, and we're sitting there, and the teachers and the teachers I think come out like dressed in like these like dystopian robes type thing. And in my head when I saw them, I said, oh my God, like I'm gonna die. Like not literally I wasn't gonna die, but like it was weird. I was like, what the heck is happening? Like they come out in like these old dystopian robes. I think they came out in some old dystopian robes. I can't remember, but they came out in something like that. They didn't come out in their ordinary clothes, is what I do know. They came out in some type of costume or something that was like they threw together in about 5 seconds. But they came out and they were like, hello students of da 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 da, and I was like, okay, yeah, something's really about to go down right now. And so so they basically go, you are now parts of the Fahrenheit 451 society, da da da. And I'm like, what the heck is and so in my head I'm like, oh my gosh, don't let anything crazy happen right now. Like I'm not ready to go. I don't know what they about to do. Some fireworks finna go off. Is some people finna start jumping out the bushes, and I didn't know what the heck was gonna happen. But so I'm sitting there, and they bring out this fire pit, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like I'm like, okay, they're dressed in some robes. They bring out a fire pit, and I've got a piece of paper with my face like it's a redacted file. I'm sure most of you can draw the dots on that one. So anyway, they bring out the fire pit, and this is the funniest part. They light it on fire, of course, because it's a fire pit, and they make a little fire. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, dude, if you're telling me you're gonna throw this paper in that fire, I know you lying. And so I take one student's piece of paper, and they say, da 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 da, this student is no more non-existent, and they throw it in the fire. And I was like, dang, bro. I was like, there's no way they just did that. And they threw it in the fire. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so they take my paper. They give us a copy, but they take my original paper. They take it, and they're like, student, hand me your folder. And they got like a little accent, like, hand me your folder. And I give them my paper, and they go, this student is no longer a citizen or something. Boom, throw it in the fire. I was like, whoa. I was like, bro, come on now. Like, I'm not saying that I worked personally hard on that, but I mean, that's like my thing right there. Like, you're just gonna throw my paper in the fire. And they're like, you are no longer existent. I said, okay, I'm gonna reread Fahrenheit 451 and make sure I'm not missing anything. Because it was just so weird. And from that point on, I just remember that whole day that I worked kind of hard on creating that quote and that picture, and it was thrown in a fire. Expect the unexpected, but don't expect it beyond what your expected is. Get what I'm saying? Anyway, I have the piece of paper sitting right here, so for those that want to see it, and for those that want to analyze the quote, and if you think you know what it is, you can go ahead and comment underneath the post on our Twitter, Instagram, and even comment under the video on our YouTube. Expect the unexpected. Don't expect it beyond your wildest times. I don't know what I'm going to call this episode, but I think I'll call it something like that. Anyway, I didn't expect for that to happen. It got thrown in a fire, and now my original paper's gone. Just a little funny story I thought I'd share with you guys. But yeah. In life, expect the unexpected. Hope you guys have fun with that story. Hope it made you laugh a little bit. Hope it made you kind of uplift your spirits if you're having a bad day. But yeah, so expect the unexpected. Yeah. That was I think, in my humble opinion, that was a day that I was like, wow. Like, I was in a sense sort of violated. I was like, okay, like, just kind of worked on that whole thing, and it's just gone now. But all it really was just a quote in my picture at the end of the day. So I guess I guess it really didn't matter a whole lot, but that's basically how that went down. Oh my goodness. Well, this is going to be posted on our Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Go on there. You guys can watch it on IGTV, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all those things. Make sure you go follow us on all those socials as well. A brand new episode of Just the Basics is coming out this upcoming Wednesday. We'll see you guys there. Expect the unexpected, but not beyond the unexpected. Hope you guys have a good Saturday. Hope you guys have a safe and good weekend. Wear your mask. We're still in COVID and everything like that. So, yeah, guys. Hope that made you guys laugh. Have fun. Live life. And we'll see you next time, Wednesday, on Expect the Unexpected. Not Unexpected. I'm getting all mixed up, you guys. We'll see you guys next time, Wednesday, on Just the Basics. This is Just the Basics AP course. Hope you guys had fun in class today. We'll see y'all.